work. And that's exactly what this economy is doing. This was Donald Trump's birthday gift to America, as I wrote on Fox on July 3rd. This is it. I mean, we now have growth. We have growth again. America's back. I mean, that's what he's hired to do, and that's what he is delivering. Elizabeth Warren is fighting yesterday's battle. Unfortunately, the
What I
hysterical
want to point out
estimates
here
know it.
is the animosity
They
in the
won't even look
voices
at
of
the
the white
numbers. I mean,
folks that
do you think this is going to get well
they're
reviewed in the New
talking
York
about
Times?
or ignore it, or they ignore it.
work.
They'll just ignore. Well, they'll just report the numbers, and then they'll have their columnists off on the sidelines ranting and raving about how unfair the economy is. I don't know what unfair is when you're getting people back to work. We got
The
to
thing
get
is, too, Peter, I think we have to redefine what capitalism is. I'm
Sounds
serious.
normal, right?
we
You know,
just have to
it's
define what it is. We have people up in New York who want to abolish it. That's the problem. When you can get elected on a socialist platform in New York, you got a problem. I mean, who's assimilating who
Now
here?
they're getting mad.
I mean, we've gone from a white working class district to an Hispanic district, and they give us a Latin American
Right.
socialist. That's a problem.
But I do think people have to understand, even not at your level, which is a high intellect, highly successful economist. I think fundamentally, people got to go back to what this country is about. We don't guarantee success. We guarantee the opportunity to be successful. And you can define it any way you want. We put you on a path, and we got to find your way through that path. But enough about people blaming other people or the economy or opportunities or ethnic race or a party. An opportunity to be successful. Wages also went up. More jobs. People are going to have choices. Employers are
A
going to have to
disclaimer
make
that
jobs
upholds the
more
argument.
palatable for people so they stay or they come. It's all leads into one another. And then you got to go seek the better opportunity. Don't lament your case because you don't feel as though you have that
The argument.
opportunity. You don't get mad at
This
people
is
for
how they're
saying
saying
nice
that
things.
black people
You
are lazy.
aspire to get
This is what
those
it pisses
things.
me off
The
about
thing
white
is,
folks, period,
that's
in
the
a
thing
general
the
sense. Because
industry
in a
makes its
general
money.
sense, they're
It's not how they
generalizing
get
my happy
employment and
ass
so
as a
forth. They
fucking
go to
lazy
law
bum
school. They go
that
someplace
never
like
fucking
Cornell and
works on a
Columbia,
regular
and
daily
then they get
basis.
involved in
So
public
like, whenever they
activism in
talk,
law,
it's always this
or
animosity
they get a
right
PhD
here
in
that I
economics
have to
and don't
deal with.
bother to really pay
This
attention,
this
and they get
animosity. This is
involved in
y'all,
public
folks.
activism
All
in
right.
economics,
What
which
y'all
is
don't
different,
realize is
so
I spend
away
my every waking hour working.
than that woman in New
So when
York
you were
who
in
says
Portland, Oregon, and
that
you
they
ain't
have
been there
jobs.
before, and you're from fucking
People have to
Southern
envision
California, you
a
just showed
path
up, and
of
your
a
every
job in the
philosophy
public
is
sector.
work
She's just
hard,
like your
get
father.
your
This
work
is a
done,
child who
make your money,
grew up in
and
Westchester
be
County
done with it.
in an
And everybody
expensive
else that's
home.
not working
The daughter of an
hard
architect,
is
and she's
just
training
flaking
kids
off
to
and
live
wasting
on the
time.
street.
And I don't
What
have
she
time for
basically
people to
did
waste
was
my
copy
time. So
paste
I'm
into a
much
working
better than
class
that.
district
I
and
work hard.
convince people somehow or other that a society that
Your
is giving them
problem
great
is
opportunity is
stereotype.
oppressing them.
I want to talk about trade.
The
So the
stereotype
president's
is
put
a homeless person doesn't work. That's what homeless people
$34
do.
billion
They're
dollars
bums. They live off of
worth of
society,
tariffs out there.
and they're lazy all the time.
34
That's a
billion on
stereotype,
China. They've
whether you know it or
responded.
not. Now,
Mexico has
when you
responded.
couple
Canada
that
has
stereotype
responded. The EU has
with the
responded
stereotypes
in
of
kind.
black
So
and
where are we headed with
Mexican
this?
and
I know
Asian,
you want to
and you
take
just
on
start
China,
shooting
and Volker
stereotypes off
talked about that.
at the mouth,
The president's talking about
left and fucking
releasing the
right, at
Still
every
Value
fucking
show
body
in
that's
1988.
ethnic,
So
because you're white and you're
how
not
is this
fucking
going to play out in your mind?
achieving what you
Are
feel
you
like you should
convinced the
be achieving.
president's got
Say
a plan?
mainly somebody like
I don't think
myself
he's got a plan.
who
That's the
lives on
problem. He's got a
five
great
acres of
divided
fucking
trade
land,
union,
who according to
and they
you,
basically
who's
quarrel
never
among
worked.
themselves as to whether it's even right to go after China.
But if you're to
And
like let
Putin
me
is
tell the
defeating
story,
Navarro and going out after the whole world. Okay? And I don't,
my
basically
first
what we
job
have here is an
was
economic
at
sanctions regime with regard to China.
Avalon
Putin turned the screws in order
Theater
to get them to
Nickel
change
Arcade
what they do.
on
The economic sanctions do work.
32nd and
History has
Division.
taught us whether it's
I was
Iran or
about 14
Russia
years
or
old.
whoever.
I had to
You
get a
have to
work
get your
permit
allies on
to start
board
working there.
so that they
Okay, that
can't
was
go
my very
around and
first
steal
job.
this. Well,
So
we
so
don't
so
because we're
that
also
was a
imposing tariffs
legitimate
on them.
W-2
That's a
form
silly way to
paid
go
job.
about things. The worst thing to go in,
Before I
the worst
worked
to
that
go in war
job,
with your
my
allies
father
is to
had
go
me
without
doing
them.
landscaping with him
I mean,
all
this is
around town.
terrible. My feeling is our focus should
So
be China.
that
We
was
should be levying
from
much heavier
when I
penalties
was
on China. It
12
shouldn't just
on up
be
to
tariffs.
14.
It should be investment
Okay, and then
policies as
before
well.
I was
We
working with
should put
my dad, I was
restrictions on
working with
their
my
banks, on
grandfather
their
doing
access to
demolition
U.S.
work
currency.
with
We
like
were doing that.
sledgehammers
We
and
seem to
shit.
have pulled back on
And
that.
that's
I
through
understand. That's
my
why I'm
childhood
skeptical
when I
about
was like
whether
a
this
baby.
will work.
Um,
I think they are underestimating China's
Now, when we
resilience.
get up
And
into
I've told them
my work ethic, and work history into to my more adulthood, it goes more into the under the table work because a lot of people didn't want to hire me for whatever reasonings, and it was usually a stereotype that they had convinced themselves of that was not even true. And because of the stereotypes people that are white convince themselves of that aren't even fucking true, keep people like myself from working jobs. They convince themselves that, oh, I'm also lazy because I'm unwilling to work. And the reality of the situation is you have a stereotype in your mind that tells you this person's unwilling to work. They're not willing to work. They're just going to sell drugs and be lazy. And the reality is I was always willing to work. You're never really willing to listen to me because you had preconceived notions that you were going on. And those preconceived notions were much louder than my words and my actions. So you never really heard me or listened to me, which is why this 5 acres of land is a surprise to some of you. Okay? I wasn't saying your head's up your ass for no reason. I was saying it because it is. It's firmly lodged in your asshole cavity, where like not even surgeons can like rescue you. You're fucked, man. Only you can remove your head from your ass at this point. This is an all you task, and if you're unwilling to pull your head out, like really honestly, your opinion should be shit. Like this guy. We have a Treasury Secretary who doesn't think there is any problem here. We need to put, a full court press on China and stop making war on our allies. And our allies have to do the same thing. Because China is a large, resilient... What allies? Would you be talking about Black Americans? And it's going to require a great deal of economic... I don't say African Americans. There's a reason why I don't say African Americans. Because if you really study your history, like, this is something a lot of people aren't doing. It's like really getting into their history deep. And you get into your history deep, right? So in high school, they teach us the oldest civilization is the Sumerian kingdom, right? Which is somewhat accurate. But if you really get into that shit outside of high school, what is the Sumerian kingdom? What is that shit? Well, that's the Moors. Sumers, Sumerian, Moorish. Okay. They knew this was coming. And there still are Sumerian civilizations today, and they have their own unique language, and it's ancient, and it's what we all stem from. Like all of our language, all of our mathematics, all of our belief systems, all of our arts, and all of our ways. It all stems from an originality, and that comes from the Sumerian Moors, Black people. Now, white people will love to convince you that the world was originally inhabited by white people all across the planet. The reality, though, is Sumerian kingdom was the very first kingdom, and they teach us all this in high school. So like right then and there, they're not lying to you. They're just not telling you the whole truth. They're only telling you pieces of the truth here and there. And that's what you get in high school. And so when you grow up and you take your time to like look through all of the history that you didn't look through when you were in high school, it looks like they lied to you. So you got these people going around, they lied to you. You've been lied to. You don't know the truth. Because they've been lied to themselves, and they didn't know the truth, and probably still don't, and that's why they're upset. And it works very well for trade among developed countries. I think that was a very unfair statement on his part. I think he's responding, though, to this European notion that somehow or other we can, with Macron, settle our problems with China and the WTO. That's sort of like saying that we can, get North Korea to give up its missiles by taking them to the WTO. It ain't going to happen. By the way, the WTO is technically a UN agency. So that Are you really basing this shit as factual or alternative facts? I guess. But your alternative facts suck ass because alternatively, factually,
there's a problem with this administration. With the Obama administration, it was America's always to blame. With this administration, it seems to think that institutions that we created that strongly reflect our values as a market economy are broken because China is breaking the rules. They're not broken. China doesn't belong in them. My feeling is the problem isn't the WTO. The problem is that we let China in the WTO. Let's play by the rules. So throw them
I wish white people would just stop having opinions on other cultures. I really do. I wish they'd just stop it. Just because your opinion, it's not based in like, I know this other culture. It's based in, I fear this from this other culture.
You're listening to the Brian Kilmeade Show, weekday mornings 6 to 9.
And because you fear it, you don't take the time to like look into what you're afraid of, because you think you've got it all figured out.
The 4th of July is right around the corner.
You think you got it, but the reality is you don't have any fucking thing figured out. You're afraid of the dark right now. It's just like fucking being afraid of the motherfucking the monster in your closet that's not there. All right, this is where white people are at with shit all over the fucking country. That's why they're all fucking running around. Get out of my country! Get out of my country! Get out of your country! What the fuck you mean? You see this mocha, chocolate, brown, almost golden hue here? There's a reason why it's this particular shit tone. It's because of the blood running through my veins, and the blood running through my veins is historical of American soil. So when you all say get out of my country, that blood boils.
511 today. Individual results may vary. There's no guarantee that past performance will be indicative of future results. Invest wisely.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product? Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Then call InventHelp now. InventHelp keeps your idea confidential and explains every step of the invention.
Her name is Cleo, by the way, and she is
and submit it to companies who are looking for new ideas.
She's adorable.
More than 9,000 companies who
absolutely adorable.
New ideas in confidence. If a company shows interest in manufacturing your invention, we can.
But yeah, like I work hard. I work really hard. You know,
we also offer
I spent my off working hours.
Prototyping services.
I'm 37.
State-of-the-art technology to show
I spend my off working hours basically working, but it's like the lowest end form of type of work. It's not even employment. It's just panhandling basically. So when I'm not working a regular job or an under the table job, I'm panhandling.
It's Lone Star, and it's
so like I spent all my time.
John Day at the Grant County Fair.
Oh, the cat.
Now, just call 575-1900.
She's just
575-1900 or log on to
she's just under a year old.
To buy them now. Kids 12 and under for $15, adults just $30. It's Lone
just
Star
moved off her mother. Just barely. She kind of thinks I'm her mother, so.
Day at the Grant County Fair. Call now or log on to GrantCountyFairgrounds.com and get your tickets before they're gone.
The Silver Spur Restaurant has new owners. Stop in and say hi to Ty and Rachel Sharp. You won't go away hungry at the Silver Spur.
You're telling me.
Enjoy hand-breaded chicken
you should
fried
see her when
steak,
she's playing, man.
fries, and more. Backed by popular
super
demand.
fucking cute.
The 12-ounce prime rib dinner special, served every Saturday night, just $18.95, and that includes dessert. Take advantage of the Silver Spur.
Yeah, every waking hour working and making money instead of every waking hour shopping, spending money. This is what I tell people. And they're like, "You're lazy, you're stupid, you're crazy." And now I have 5 acres of land.
Is now proud to introduce the final piece of the marketing puzzle: affordable, high-quality video production. Here's Tim, the video guide, to tell us more. Our unique approach allows us to be accessible to clients all over Eastern Oregon and Southeast Washington.
Yeah,
we build projects around you, your goals, your message. Let us bring it to life. Cut through the marketing noise today.
Just
with
got this
Elkhorn
car
Media
too.
Group's brand new video production services. To learn more, call 575-1400. That's 575-1400.
Headaches,
We all get them at one time or another. Actually,
You know, it is a cycle. It's a cycle of hate, man. And white people, y'all are responsible for racism. This isn't something you can like redefine and all of a sudden black people have your burden. No, this is your burden. Carry it. Fix it if you don't like it. Do something about it. Like stop being fucking racist, maybe.
Everyone has unique tastes.
Like that post on Facebook says, mind your own fucking business. Hey, try it. Mind your own fucking business. It's really good. Salted. That shit is hilarious. But I'm just saying,
Call me, Troy Hansen, to learn
you know, it's really easy. It's a matter of making a choice of stop being afraid of what you think you're afraid of.
Driscoll Memorial Chapel, serving Grant County since 1937.
Manufacturers.
I am from USA. Yeah, I was born and raised in Portland, Oregon. If you don't know where that's at, Pacific Northwest. We hug trees out here. So like, as a brown person in America that's part native, that's constantly in question, like, you're American, right? You're from USA. That's offensive. That's just a straight up offensive line of questioning. I might have facial hairs, but I don't have chest hairs. Okay? I don't have leg hairs. I don't have arm hairs. Okay? Look at it. You know? That's strong native traits. This is the Caucasian in me. Okay? This is because I'm mixed. This is what people don't get. What are you? To your favorite charity, paid for by Trump. If you take the test and it shows you're an Indian, you know, and let's see what she does, right? I have a feeling she will say white people shouldn't be telling people to leave America when they're Europeans.
Senator from Connecticut who lied about his service and action in Vietnam. He will never bring something up, and
you're German.
First,
you're in German
to defend herself, and guess what? Her opponent,
or you are German.
Massachusetts is going to lose, but she's bringing it up. And when she's in the primary situation, and you know she's obviously very comfortable in front of the camera, she knows what she's talking about. She's good on the stage, and she has very liberal policies. And I don't know if that is going to get a Democrat elected. And if you're going against her and you're Joe Biden, why wouldn't you bring it up? How did you get into college? Did you check a box that you shouldn't have checked to get into an Ivy League school? Have you been trading on that to be successful and get jobs afterwards and ultimately become the successful politician?
She thinks I'm Mama.
Scott Brown. Yes, yes, and yes.
I know when she's hungry.
Love Fox News and Fox and Friends weekday mornings. You'll love Brian Kilmeade. Weekday morning, 6 till 9.
Are you one of those really thick, sexy German broads that...
On the all-new Talk of Grant County, News 102. Want to improve your finances?
Okay, all right, cutie pie.
Take your daily dose of financial freedom when you tune in to Dave Ramsey, weekday afternoons, 3 till 6, right here on the all-new Talk of Grant County, News 102.
Fox News Radio. I'm Chris Foster. The economy added 213,000 jobs last month, according to the Labor Department.
The biggest surprise is how many people went back to work or were looking for work in June. The labor force participation rate rose to
after 20 years of unemployment
that pushed the
and people calling you lazy and like trying to check you on what you're not doing when you're doing more than you'll ever do. You don't want to hear people bragging about work.
Full accounting of North Korea's nuclear stockpile, working out how it would dismantle it and what North Korea wants in return. After continuing discussions Sunday, the secretary travels here to Tokyo to bring top Japanese and South Korean officials.
Oh.
Edson, their report Secretary Pompeo brought Kim Jong-un a CD from President Trump with the song Rocket Man on it. That's his old nickname for him. Fox News, you report, you decide.
Are you a proponent of organic and homeopathic remedies?
What bugs me is
the options?
white people think I'm racist in America because I don't like what racist white people do in America. And I don't like what racist white people do in America because I'm part white myself and I have white family members. And a lot of my white family members are ashamed right now to just be white because of what white people are doing.
Treating acne, eczema, warts, nerve pain, and even nail fungus. In aromatherapy, Blends Drug offers nature's truth, 100% pure essential oils.
Right. Yeah, the unemployment is like such a small issue in comparison to like everything else. It's just like a dumbass fucking distraction point. Like, oh, unemployment's so high, Obama.
None of the bad stuff.
And
So whether you're a long-time
you're missing a reality. There's a racist dickbag in fucking office, and you're all are fucking backing him up. And you're proud of it. And you're all sitting there talking, we're enlightened. No. Y'all have fucking went backwards.
First Friday is tonight from 6 to 9 p.m. Downtown John Day will come alive with food, fun, shopping, and more. Participating tonight are Etc., 1188 Brewing Company, a flower shop.
I don't hate you because you're white, man.
House to Home. Feeling lucky?
I don't hate nobody because they're white.
Draw a playing card at each location. Register your hand.
White people ain't my problem. Racist people are assholes are my problem. I don't like racist motherfuckers. I don't like assholes. I have plenty of white friends that are not racist. So I know that white people can be normal.
County resident is connecting open zone foster girls with horses in a service project.
You know, normal like as in just people.
Cavalry horse camp, which will begin at the end of the month.
Kind of sat down and decided what kind of service project I could do this year. And I decided to combine my two biggest loves, the love of kids and the love of horses, for a week-long horse camp for foster girls from urban areas such as Portland.
It does look like blacks are blaming whites and whites are blaming blacks. There's a reality that's being missed. When blacks say something about whites, it's usually based in facts, experienced reality. When white people are saying things about blacks, it's usually based in emotion and theory. It's not anything real. So when black people are saying what they're saying about white people, they're not blaming anyone. It's not a blame. It's a statement of fact. Okay? And then that statement of fact gets slandered and confused and misconstrued and turned into a blame.
Officials say there's been a decrease in the
and
amount
then
of
gets
acres burned
ignored.
because some fires are being
And
contained.
then
More than
later on down the
13,000
line,
personnel are
people start
battling
seeing
blazes across
black
the
people
region.
getting shot
United States
and
Secretary
murdered by
of
police.
Agriculture, Sonny Perdue, has
And all of a
recently
sudden,
cleared the damage caused by the
well,
Eagle
that's
Creek
not
fire in
just
the gorge as part
black
of its
people
visit
blaming
to the
white people
Pacific
anymore. Now it's a
Northwest.
reality.
Eagle Creek fire was sparked by
And
fireworks
well,
last
what
month
if
and burned around
all of those things black
38,000
people were
acres.
saying
Perdue was
were not
joined by
just
Governor Kate
black
Brown
people
and
blaming white people,
Representative Greg
but
Walden.
realities
The U.S.
that just
Ag
get ignored.
Secretary pledged to continue work in the gorge to rebuild trails that were destroyed in the blaze. That's been a quick look into our morning news headlines. You can find more by logging on to myeasternoregon.com. Also follow breaking news on our Elkhorn Media Group Facebook page or Elkhorn Media Group on Logan the Jet.
The talk show that's getting you talking. You're with Brian Kilmeade.
He's upset because doing the bidding of Donald Trump and by extension Vladimir Putin by attacking Robert Mueller III, he's not allowed to come to the trendiest clam bakes without feeling a cold shoulder.
They did this to try to hurt me, but the end result is they're helping Donald Trump. They are strengthening Donald Trump's
Okay, so
hands. The people
why
who
are people
tried
still on
to
their
show me
fucking
or
racism
Donald Trump
is
and
okay
his base.
towards
The
Obama
argument
because
about what
Obama?
the radicals are doing. I have one point to correct from what you said. I don't think what you're describing is a liberal phenomenon. I'm a liberal. I think it's a hard left radical phenomenon. The Democratic Party and the left has been taken over by radicals who have no interest in due process. It's true, but I wouldn't look at Joe Scarborough as a radical lefty. He just said he left the Republican Party. But Alan Dershowitz is not complaining. He's noticing when you are 80.
I don't know how to explain that.
82 or 78.
You know,
and
like
you lived your whole life as a liberal and on Martha's Vineyard where you vacation.
two girls in your
and
class
Saturdays
taking
you
everything
hang
as
out, and
racism.
Clinton are confidants and all
You know,
these
I don't know them
celebrities
personally.
to
I wasn't
you
there.
to
I
bail
didn't
them
see
out
it or witness the
because you stand up for
situation.
people who basically,
You know,
as defense attorneys, oftentimes they don't have the wherewithal.
I can say that a lot of times for white people to pretend that they can relate to black people is offensive and can be construed as racism. Even though you yourself might not think that you're being racist by attempting to relate. If you're going to relate with somebody is really what that is. And that's why most people get offended about it.
Which, by the way, if you are Jewish in America, you should like this too. I can't imagine you don't. Move to the capital, the embassy, the American
I know that's why I get
to
offended
the
about it.
Jerusalem,
People
the
try to relate with me
recognized
by
capital of
mocking me,
Israel, recognized by us,
and a
which
lot
every
of times
president's
it's
pledged
just
to do.
offensive.
And then when it came to Robert Mueller, he said,
And I'm
"Listen,
patient,
this got to stop.
and
I'm
I take
against
the
these
mockery.
special counsels. I was against him with Bill
But
Clinton, and I'm against him now." And because he comes on Fox, but
you
not
know,
signed by Fox, and still goes
I
on other
don't
channels,
enjoy it.
now all of a
And
sudden,
a lot of
some
people
woman says she
take
wants
my
to
silence
stab him in the chest.
towards the mockery
Stab
as
him in the chest
acceptance,
if I ever
and
saw
they
him.
don't ever
You
like,
like to kill him.
you know,
You like to
think
kill him
that
for
maybe
being a
they're
defense
annoying the
attorney
fuck out of me.
that looks at some people and wrote a book about
So they continue
the
doing
whole
it
trumped up. They talk about how this is the age everyone's
until I
doing
blow up in their
everything.
faces, and
But
you
it
know,
backs up
and
when a
when I do,
liberal
then they get
attorney
defensive, and they get defensive. I
can't
call
hang
them
out with his
racist.
liberal friends because
Maybe
they
that's what
disagree on
happened.
one or
I don't
two
fucking
things.
know
It
exactly
backed up
how
what I think one of the
your
smartest people I know
situation
in politics is. Victor Davis
went,
Hanson
but I
said
can
on
explain to you
Tucker
how a
last
lot of my
night,
situations went,
I think
where I
all of
was
this was Barack
dealing
Obama
with what I
got
felt like
elected
was
twice,
racism.
but he was an
Then
ongoing
later on,
disaster for the
down
Democratic
the
Party.
line,
They lost the
turns out it
supermajority,
wasn't
they lost the
actual.
Senate, they lost the
You know,
House, they
I
lost
hate you 'cause you're
1,000
black.
local and state offices.
It was just
they're going to lose
I
the
don't
Supreme
know
Court,
no
and
better.
they can't come to grips
Is
with
what
the
it
fact
was,
that
and
this
that's
popular,
that's
this
a form of
entire popular
racism.
culture, sports, universities, the media, but that translates into this type of street theater you reference. It doesn't transfer into actual political power, and they're very
You
frustrated.
get that so much.
No
I'm a
kidding,
normal white
fucking
dude, huh?
frustrated. Robert De Niro,
Albino?
Blank Trump. You have all Tom Perez.
My
gets the
dad's
job
black.
at DNC
He's
chair.
dark.
Cursing
He's
left and
very
right. You
yeah.
have horrible things that have been said on
Right.
Twitter by
I get
all
it.
these left-wing comedians.
See, that's what I
and every other
don't get
elected
about
executive.
America.
And then you have
See, in
Chelsea
America,
Handler,
see
a
here in the
podcast
Pacific
for the world.
Northwest,
Believe it or
I'm
not,
considered black.
She's got it. She's a very respected comedian. I don't watch anything she
But
does
if I was
on
to
like
go
her talk show, but I know she's
down south, I'm
talented.
considered
But she's
white.
now fixated
So it's
on
just like
defending
kind of
Donald
a
Trump. You have
I'm
Tom
not black
Hall going
enough and I'm
crazy,
not white enough
trolling
to
around. I don't
fit
know
in
if he's
any real
even
crowd.
employable at this
But
point. He's got nothing
albino,
else to do, but now
yeah,
he gets hired
I can
by
go to
other,
Africa and just kick it.
You have what's going on at CNN. You do not have a host
So
on
like
CNN
I'm not
that can say
racist
more than
against
one block
white people
positive
or
for President Trump.
really I'm not
Even
racist.
Wolf Blitzer, who
What is a
pretends to
race?
be fair,
You know,
if you listen to his tease, everything is
it's like
crazy.
saying subhuman.
So what happened to the middle left in this
But
country?
if
It's the
like
same thing that happened to
you're a
the
different
middle
race
right
and I'm
after
a race,
President Obama
then
They were
my
saying
mother
you
and
should
my
have been more
father
conservative,
would have never
John
been able
McCain.
to
You
like
should have been
produce
more
me
conservative, Mitt
or my
Romney.
sister
You should not try
or
to be in the
my
middle.
my
So
sisters.
the next candidate
You get what I'm
was
saying?
Donald Trump.
Like I have
He went after this
3
juggernaut,
mixed
blew it up
sisters.
in Hillary
I make
Clinton, a bad
4
candidate with a
fourth
very
mixed
stagnant
child
message, with a popular
with a black
president
guy and a white
personally,
woman.
but an ineffective
So
president holistically.
with that
at
kind
the
of
right year.
success rate, I think to myself, well,
So now they're just a
if
bunch of
we're
angry
supposed
people.
to be
They can't
different
believe the
species
celebrities and the power
of
brokers
human,
are
then
not
we
being
shouldn't be able to
listened to.
breed like that.
So the president is capitalizing on what? He's capitalizing on ban, abolish
Genetics,
ICE. Are you kidding? He's hopping on
Genetics don't lie.
impeachment. Really? That's what they do? He's actually reversed.
And me
Feeling
being
America
mixed,
had
I
for
have
the
this
Mueller
belief
probe
system
as a
that,
necessary
we're all
tool
mixed.
to find out what happened
I
in our
just
last
happen to show
election
more.
and see about conspiracy to throw the election to Donald Trump. And he's got people like Trey Gowdy, as sober as it gets, who's retiring, saying, wrap it up.
Every time I say that
And
he's
telling your
racist, some
A-list
fucking
candidates
some
invited to all those markets
great
meetings,
hero
like
of
Elizabeth
the
Warren,
alt-right
bring it up.
stands up and is like,
Not afraid.
ha!
You don't have the masses in your corner.
And if you have the balls to ask how,
like George Will,
at this point,
like
I
Bill
don't know how to
Kristol,
fucking explain
like Matt
how.
Who want strong defense, and a
Every
strong
fucking
economy,
thing he's done since
and
1980
outside the
fucking
debt,
win
there was way too much
has
spending,
been
so the
racist,
president
but
got
it's
caught on
it's
that
okay.
as the speaker.
He's not racist at
Way too
all.
much spending, but a lot of defense. Stands for everything you think of, but you just don't like his tone. We're now looking at Democratic candidates. George Will looking for Democratic candidates.
I mean,
It's no panic.
You know, you could start with fucking making it hard for low-income housing people, which is targeting directly black people, but
Trump, impeach 45, attack his staff. And he's saying, not only am I not going to be concerned about that,
I think what it is white people aren't listening. This is my biggest pet peeve in the world is not being listened to when I know what I'm talking about. For example, I'm a Portland native from Oregon, born and raised. Some tourists come into my town, and I know they're tourists because, sure, I'm white. It's all about perspective, right? So like,
Pelosi tweets out, instead of making despicable attacks on Maxine
I'm
Waters,
in Portland, right? This has happened to me several
put
times.
in cages back with families. Border to be flooded like previous
What happened there?
So when she brings up
so like I'm
I'm
in Portland, and I know Portland because I was born and raised, and I know everybody there, blah, blah, blah. So I recognize when people that are not from there show up.
Elizabeth Warren, she responds.
I don't know if that was your internet.
While you
I'm pretty sure
obsess
that was
over
my
my
internet.
genes, your administration conducting DNA
My
tests on little
phone
kids
stopped
because you
recording.
ripped
I
them
had to
from their
resume.
mamas and you are too incompetent to reunite them to meet a court order. Maybe you should focus on fixing the lives you destroyed. A lot of those
I know when
families
people
broke
are
up before, a lot of those kids came by
tourists
themselves.
and fresh in
Elizabeth
out of
Warren
town.
allowed
They
the
come
DNA
in
test for
town
the kids' own
and
protection to make sure they're not brought over
they'll
here
like see
by
me,
horrible
and I'll be selling my
smugglers
newspapers,
who were just hired
you
to
know,
bring them here in
and they'll
order
be
to have
like
an excuse to get
walking
here.
around asking everybody
And about
for
3,000
directions
to
to their
3,000 need to be
destination,
reunited. I'm all
except
for
for me.
that. But
Like
what
they'll like
about the
literally
other
exclude me,
11,000?
and I'll like
There
I'll know
is
where
no
they're going to, and everybody they ask
What are we
doesn't
to
know
do
where they're
with
going
that?
to because they're also
So there
tourists
are
just like
quotes
they are.
that put the pressure right back on them, and they respond
And like I
immediately.
try to say
These are
something,
not
they just
responses the
shrug me
president's gonna
off
run from. Next, 200 black female leaders
and act like they're
wrote an
offended that
letter
I
to
even tried to
Congress
help them. Like,
disparaging
yo, I
or
just gave you
failing to
directions to your
support
destination,
Congresswoman
and then they get
Congresswoman
mad at me
Waters.
for that.
It's an
And
affront,
like
they
I always
claim,
thought that
to her
that
black
was
work
kind
to
of
black women across the
prejudiced or
country
racist.
and telegraphs a message from
You
the
know
Democratic
what
Party
really is your
that shows
problem?
they can ill
You need
afford to
directions,
do
right?
to
You need
not show
directions.
respect for
Here's
black
your
women's leadership.
directions.
Now,
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
not
think you
good
have to
enough
defend
to give you
Maxine Waters.
directions.
I would
Oh, well
salute
then
Senator Coons
maybe
and
you
Senator
don't need
Schumer for saying
directions.
the right thing, by pushing for a tax
Maybe you
on
need
people who work for
directions.
President Trump, not looking for people to get tossed
Let
out
me
on
direct
restaurants
you.
with their family
Go fuck yourself.
because you don't like who they work for, like Sarah
Go fuck
Huckabee
yourself
Sanders.
that way.
I like that.
Fucking yourself street
And
is
now
on
you see the backlash
such a block.
because you have a party turning on itself. So a lot to discuss here. The president
I don't know.
is
I
mad,
just
and so far,
I
he's
figure
looking out there,
volunteering
looking for a opponent.
free
He's following.
directional information was
And he's also
being
succeeding
helpful,
in many ways.
and
What I don't like
I don't know. Some
is
people
what the
took it as,
president said about 1,000 points of light.
me being an asshole and
94-year-old
whatnot.
George H.W. Bush put together this foundation that's been remarkably successful.
After
And
a
it was
while,
one
it
thing
took
he
about
asked Bill
10
Clinton to
years for
carry
that to
on
like
after he
settle
left
in, and
office.
I
And
was
Bill
actually
Clinton said,
giving people
"No
their
problem, I'll
directions.
do it."
Then they start
gives
treating me
people
like,
hope in
oh,
various,
you're like
parts of
direction
life,
giving,
and
and then
helps
they
you
made a
address
business out of it
situations,
and
and it's a
excluded me
nationwide
from making
successful
any money in
organization.
that,
While
where I never
Barbara
really
Bush
did
took
because I
on,
wasn't doing it for
literacy,
money,
the President H.W.
and
Bush took
some
on
people suck.
this.
I've spoken of 1,000 points of light of all the community
But
organizations.
the funny
that are
thing is
spread
the
like
people that took
stars
that
throughout the
that
nation doing
kind of
good.
persona
Who
over
work
and
hand
made a
in
business
hand,
out of it still didn't
encouraging,
know the
sometimes
city
leading,
like I did.
sometimes being led,
You know, because
rewarding.
they were
We'll
people
work
that
on
were
this in the
also
White
not
House,
born and raised
in
there.
the cabinet agency. I will go to the people and
So,
the
I
programs
still
that are
had
the brighter
fucking
points of
secrets.
light, and I'll ask every
And
member
I
of
still
my
do.
government to become
And it kind of bugs
involved.
me about
The
people
old
because,
ideas are new again because they're not
you know,
old. They
I'll
are
know what I'm
timeless.
talking about,
Duty,
and I'll get ignored
sacrifice,
for
commitment, and
being
a
honest
patriotism
and
that finds
having
its
knowledge.
expression in taking part and
Um,
pitching in.
They have things like
My stepfather
helping volunteers
has done
find
this
causes.
a couple
AmeriCorps
times with
alum,
me,
we help
where
out,
I'd be
training
explaining
new civil leaders,
something,
days of service, promoting national days of service around the country.
and instead
We
of
are
just
nothing that
hearing me
country doesn't
out,
work without volunteers, hands-on network,
he just
military initiatives,
half-ass
service
hears
works.
me and then
It is a
assumes
great
he has
organization. The President 41 has a lot
he
to
has
be
it
proud
figured
of.
out.
He struggles
And what
every
he's
day to
figured out
live,
is
he wants to live at
not
94 years
what I
old.
was
He's
explaining.
overcoming all kinds of
And
obstacles.
that's like
He's in
really
and out of
pissed
the
me off
hospital, hanging out in Maine
several
this summer,
times he's
first
done
time
that.
in
And
70
it's just
plus
like,
years without
he's
his
also
wife.
white,
He
he's
doesn't
and
need
privileged,
that.
and
I'm
that's
not
just
too sure that
what
President
white privileged people
Trump
tend to
understood
do. Is they
exactly
assume
who was
they have
attacking.
all of the
His son,
answers
Bush 43,
before they
and
have
Donald Trump
all
don't
of
necessarily get
the
along.
answers.
Okay, they don't. By the way,
And
it was
when
his
you
first
do
time
that,
yesterday. So I don't agree with that.
that's racist.
But I agree with a lot of what the president does, and I am pulling for him
Don't know
for
what
him to
to
be
say.
successful. We all should. Mike was on WRCN on Long Island. Hey, Mike.
Hi, how are you today, Mr. Kilmeade?
Great.
You can't have all the answers before you get all the answers.
Points. I was born on Long Island. I'm an American citizen. Okay, yes, and I have Italian, American, Irish heritage. Yes, but I was born here. I feel there's two separate rules of war. If you're an immigrant coming from another country unlawfully and you climb the Statue of Liberty, if that was me, I wouldn't get out of jail at a ROI.
Climbing the Statue of Liberty, that was Guido. Guido.
Number two.
Fucking Guido.
Same rules don't apply.
Guido.
Illegal immigrants.
Dude, you're an illegal fucking immigrant, you dumb fuck. Do your goddamn fucking historic study. How did Christopher Columbus come here? He didn't fucking come here with fucking paperwork from the fucking goddamn judge stating, yeah, well, here we are. Yep, no, this is legally, no. No, they came here raping, pillaging, killing, and stealing.
He does.
And the way the country was established was through dishonest means. So
these billionaires can throw money
legally, through white people's very own legal system, they are illegal. And you know, it's probably their biggest fear that, you know, maybe some people will wake up to that shit. Oh, you're illegal. Get the fuck out of my country. Get the fuck out of my country.
Taking a break from his analyst spot inside Russia in just a moment. This is the Brian Kilmeade Show.
More native than you are. Bye. Go back to your homeland. This is not it. You're gonna send people back to their homeland.
Right here on the Talk of Grant County News 102.
Damn.
You've heard me talk about
start with yourselves.
Powerful superfood drink for cardiovascular health.
Let's be fucking, you know, by the letter about this shit.
Time, there's new Super Beets Energy Plus, which teams up beets with another superfood hero, green tea. This exciting new product is made from non-GMO beets infused with an added boost from green tea extract.
Right. If you want to be really by the letter, you're white. Send yourself back to Europe.
This all new natural berry flavor helps promote improved energy, mental focus,
please
and
do
support
not,
the healthy cardiovascular
please do not
system.
assume that
We're only making this
America
product available to the
is your
listeners
country.
of our
This is
show.
not
So
originally
make sure
a
you take
Caucasian's
advantage of
country.
this new release today. Call 800
Take your ass back to your
2516
country.
or go to briansbeats.com. With your first order of Super
You
Beets,
know,
get a 30-day supply
claim to
of
be
new
a-
Super Beets Energy Plus, infused with green
an
tea.
indigenous
Free. An indicator strip to show
citizen
how it's working.
when you're
Plus free
white.
shipping. Call 800
And it doesn't fly with me. For some fucking reason, I'm gonna, you know,
Here's a special
Caucasian.
message for those of you who owe the IRS at least 10,000 or more.
Oh,
in
Scandinavian.
taxes. The
This
IRS
is not your continent, dumb fuck.
place that could eliminate your tax debt by thousands of
You can
dollars.
go back to your continent if you want to go around fucking telling people to go home. Since I'm in my home.
Wage garnishments, levies, and tax liens now. Once you've qualified and enrolled,
And if you
the
send me to
IRS
fucking
will
Europe,
stop all the
I'm still in my
activities
home
against
because
you.
I'm part
These unique
European.
programs
If you
have
send me
been allocated
to
help the
Africa,
economy
I'm
and
still in my
significantly
home because I'm
reduce
part
or eliminate
African.
your
If
tax burden.
you
The
leave me
IRS
right here in
is
America,
accepting
I'm still
reduced
in my
funds
home
and other
because I'm
favorable
part
programs.
native.
You may
And so I
qualify
can't
for
stand y'all with this.
substantial savings. So
Go
don't
back to
help
your,
you.
get out of my.
If you owe more than 10,000 in taxes, call
Dude,
for free information.
Here's what I'm gonna
to
tell
see
you
if
people:
qualify.
get the fuck out of my
Dial the
face.
number now for the Federal Tax
Before I
Management
fucking,
Hotline. 800
before I
233
flex my fucking
8540.
my power on
That's
you.
800 233
You know,
8540.
people don't
800
know what my power is.
233
My power is I know myself and my family. My family knows me, and we all know each other, and we roll together like a pack of wolves, and we will flex ourselves on you if we need to,
U.S. and China imposed
because we
tariffs
love
on
each other.
imports overnight.
That's what it's all
More
about.
Americans were working or looking for work last month. The unemployment rate rose to 4%.
No hate, but this shit
The number of how many people working or looking for
Y'all got to stop justifying your fucking animosities. Period. For fucking whatever reasons you just if it's for fucking because you work and you pay taxes and you feel somebody else isn't working and paying taxes just like you are. When you don't know their life, when you might be fucking dead fucking wrong and they actually do pay taxes. Do yourself a favor. Just taking just take a step back and analyze yourself, because you don't know what the fuck y'all are saying, because one size does not fit all. Cookie cutter fucking version of a person shouldn't be fucking labeling every fucking body.
Load your legacy
Okay.
box with your old
Y'all,
pictures and audio, and send them in.
argument with my,
You'll get them back on
it's not even an argument. I had a
convenient
conversation on my
phone
Facebook page with one of my homegirls. She's sitting there talking to some dude, and he's sitting there fucking talking about you shouldn't have black guys in your life, blah 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 blah. They're all abusive. Black guys, get a white guy, right? And like I was like, well, that's a fucking ignorant ass statement right there. Because like I had to explain right then and there, like, look,
we even set it up and delivered it.
my ex-girlfriend's ex-boyfriend was a white guy, and he was abusive physically, beating her all the fucking goddamn time, and I'm a brown guy in comparison to the white guy. So, you know, and otherwise I was considered more like black or Puerto Rican. So I would be in that category of an abusive man if genetic
Hey, we're back. A few moments from Kobe Jones,
made
one of America's
you
finest players they ever produced, who also was outstanding
who you were
national team player and played for the MLS as it launched with the
so
LA
because
Galaxy.
you're black, you're
Also
stupid,
a really cool guy, outstanding commentator too with Fox.
These
Kobe
are stereotypes
Jones,
that white
Brian
people, too
Finley
many
Radio
of
Show.
y'all have justifications behind your fucking animosities with, and you need to no longer justify that shit.
Following the tournament as much as possible,
Because
but I
it's
got this
not
thing
true.
called work. But I'm trying to catch it as much as I can. I understand France is
It's
playing
not
right
work.
now.
We
They're
don't-
up 1-0 on Uruguay. A lot of people think these are the best two teams left. What do you sense so far?
So y'all gotta stop with that shit, man. Y'all love to be hateful, man. You just love it. It's your thing. And then when you get called on it, no, I didn't mean it like that. You know, it doesn't fucking matter how you meant it no more. How many motherfucking times you gotta fucking mismean some shit before you fucking figured it out? Yo, this is not pleasant.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, dumb fuck.
that'll be later on
Hey.
today, about 2 o'clock Eastern.
Hey, dumb fuck.
Brazil and Belgium.
Hey, dumb fuck. Anybody home, dumb fuck? Hey.
France up 1-0. The other bracket
Dumb
yesterday,
fuck.
Russia tomorrow. Russia and Croatia and
I
Sweden.
don't hate you because you're white. I
Let's talk
hate you
about
because you do
Russia.
this animosity shit. You have fucking justified animosities towards people
Qualified if they weren't
of
hosting.
ethnic
You notice
fucking
Russia's
descent
playing. They're playing ugly soccer.
for
but
fucking
are you sensing
stereotypical
that it's the home
reasons,
crowd that's propelling their success?
which is a stereotype. By the way, white folks, that is a stereotype. Y'all want to know what that stereotype is? It's called racist. It's called racist, man. If y'all don't want to fucking be called racist, y'all want to be labeled fucking names that you feel like you are not, don't go around acting like it. Stop being the stereotype, like y'all fucking tell us. Assholes.
It's great to see.
My name's Frank Cobb. I've had more than enough fucking racist white bullshit to deal with in my life. We need to get rid of them. My family's ashamed to be white. I'm partly ashamed to be white, but you know, I got this golden brownness that's keeping me happy.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we're looking at the
sit in
game
the
and
sun
you
all
look
day.
at it on paper, I would say
Out
Croatia
SPF
advances
50.
against Russia.
Yes.
But,
Don't need it.
This has
Or
been
150
one
or whatever.
wild World Cup where the unexpected has happened. And unexpected has
But
happened.
yeah,
at the last minute.
the aimed animosity towards
and
people of non-working
Who knows? I mean, you could throw
quality, because I'm one of them.
predictions within this.
I am one of them. Those people that you'd have a problem with because you think I'm not working. And I don't know how many times I've been accused of living on fucking Section 8. I've never lived on Section 8.
It's a quality player in that Croatian team that is part of that Croatian, golden generation that everyone.
I'm not lazy.
Right, I would love for England to find a way to beat Sweden.
But I'm not
I
willing
just,
to put up
I
with your
love
shit.
the fact that They've been frustrated
Same
before.
time.
They
So,
won
like, I don't
finally
work
a
for
penalty kick
your
shootout. But
average
Kobe,
Joe.
give me an
I
idea
work
what it's
for me.
like to be in Russia.
I'm the guy
for
I
the
work
World
for
Cup. You've played
now,
them before.
and
You've covered them before.
I'm going to be the
What's
guy I
it
work
like in
for
Russia? How are they
until
doing
I'm
as a host
dead
nation?
because of that fucking mentality.
I think they're doing a fantastic
The
job.
justifiable
It's
animosity.
been pretty amazing, and the people have actually.
So if you want to justify your animosity, that's fine. Go ahead. That's a double-edged sword. It swings both ways.
And as far as people,
Okay.
it's fantastic. It can really,
You know, it benefits you and it also hurts you. And in the ways that it's hurting you, you're turning a blind eye to it.
overall,
That's your own fault. What it doesn't benefit you with because you turn a blind eye to it is your fucking fault. It's your problem, and you need to pull your own heads out of your own asses and stop putting blame on other people for your ignorances.
Right, Kobe, thanks so much.
It's not our fault that you don't take the time to look into other people's cultures
back
and
to France
views
Uruguay,
and
then
understand
later today,
where they're
Brazil
coming
and
from.
Belgium. Tomorrow, Russia, Croatia. But we
Okay.
kick it off with Sweden and England.
And I say our, I speak for black people,
and
not
make
white
sure
people.
the
You
U.S.
know,
never
hit me with this
ever
white
fails
shit.
to qualify again.
You know,
Thanks, Kobe.
I don't know how to help you.
Brian killed me too.
Yeah. What? Because I got
Everyone
nice
wants to be
things.
confident,
Got
feel your
good
best
credit.
when you're up close and
Got
personal with
money in my
people at
pocket,
work, with friends,
in the
or
bank,
on a
in
date.
savings.
But none of that matters if your mouth stinks like a rotten egg.
I gotta be
Bad
white.
breath affects everyone, and nothing ruins a personal moment as quickly or painfully as bad breath. So we got to be smart about our mouths. Want to know the true cause of bad breath?
I can't care
Sulfur,
about you.
bacteria in your mouth, eat protein. The byproduct, smelly, sulfur,
Just
gas. It's not
can't
your fault.
care about you.
But fight it. Smart Mouth mouthwash eliminates the sulfur on contact, and most importantly, prevents sulfur from coming back for 24 hours. Smart Mouth has a new premium zinc ion toothpaste. It was just voted best toothpaste by GQ magazine. The toothpaste, amazing, is the perfect supplement to Smart Mouth mouthwashes. It'll
That's
give
enough
you a new
ranting
kind
about
of feel, a smart kind of clean that you've never experienced. So get
racist,
new Smart
white
Mouth premium zinc ion toothpaste
hateism
and next to
based
Smart
in-
Mouth mouthwashes at Walmart and Walgreens.
They record.
Go to
You're lazy.
smartmouth.com/Brian
Oh,
for
by the way, that's a
$2.50
stereotype.
Smartmouth.com/Brian.
Black people being lazy and shit. That's just a really fucked up stereotype.
Mostly
That's
sunny
really needs to
skies
just
today. A few clouds later on in the afternoon. We'll see
stop.
our high temperatures around 92 degrees in John Day.